movement was begun by a scientist who discovered, quite by accident, these signals being sent. Please understand, they are safe as long as they are not discovered.
Look out for Charlie.
I want him dead.
In this video, I'm going to say a lot of things that people are not going to like. I don't care, because it has to be said and it has to be addressed. I feel that it has to be addressed. People were asking me quite a bit to start looking into this case. So I did. And I was able to find some video, and I was able to find some other things. The more that I researched this, the angrier and angrier I got, to the point where I just had to literally stop, and I almost didn't care to look into the actual situation with this person. This is Stephen Marlowe from Ohio. He killed 4 people. Now, is Stephen Marlowe a victim of RF weapons? Probably. That still doesn't change the fact that he's a deluded, delusional asshole to the third power. This guy is so far out of whack, using all the weaponized terminology, word for word, rattling it off, and everything he says is so wrong that it is just fucking disgusting. I'm going to start playing through this video, and I'm going to stop and talk about it, and I'm going to edit most of it out. So, here we go.
What you cannot comprehend is that we have been attacked by this weapon our entire lives, and the attack against me personally is one of the most vicious attacks a human being has ever faced.
How does he know that? Everybody thinks they have it worse than everybody else. See, that's where it starts. That's where it starts with me.
I have tolerated the most inhumane torture in hopes that the FBI and CIA would come to my defense, but they have failed to come to my aid. My only hope...
They have failed to come to everybody's aid. But he's not working for other people. He's not working to help other people. He's working for Stephen Marlowe, and Stephen Marlowe only.
When the world realizes what has happened, there will be justice, but I cannot sit by and be a victim any longer, and I refuse to sit by and do nothing.
If he wanted to do something about it, why didn't he start to learn about the technology? To actually learn about it. This fucking dude pisses me off, dude, because the shit that he said... I'm just gonna keep going.
It is disgusting, and it is cruel. I will be launching the first counterattack against mind control in human history.
That's total and complete bullshit. And if he would have done 5 fucking minutes worth of research, he would have realized that Myron May did the exact same thing, what, a decade ago? This guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. He's going to launch the first... What did he say?
I will be launching the first counterattack against mind control in human history.
In human history. Like, he's really fucking proud of this shit. Wow, dude. Just wow. Everybody is a victim here. But this is on another fucking level. I hate all the psychological slang and buzzwords that people throw around, but I'll just say this guy is all about himself.
I want to be very clear, this will not be an active shooting event. I will be executing some of the people responsible for activating shooters.
Now listen to that. This will not be a blah 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 blah. He will be executing the people that are turning people into active shooters. If he would have walked for 10 miles into the woods, he would have realized that he was dead wrong. Dead wrong about everything he thought. He could have done experiment after experiment after experiment to realize that his whole view on this was dead wrong, but he didn't. And this is where he went. And guess what he did? He did exactly what they want you to do. And he did it, and he's acting like he's rebelling. It's like the punk kid with the fucking Ramones t-shirt on. You're not rebelling, dude. You are part of it.
What you may not understand is that I will gladly die to expose this, and I will gladly die to help one other victim discover the truth of what has happened.
There's no truth in anything he's saying, and I'm going to get to that.
To any TIs who read this, understand that your attackers use the form of ventriloquism I describe in the paper to...
I'm not even going to let this guy talk his shit.
The most horrific weapon ever made is being used on human beings.
And it is. But what he does, dude, is so far out of fucking whack.
And if you ever learn the truth, you will understand what I did here to protect myself.
Okay, I'm done. You heard it. He thinks he's going to carry out the first attack in human history. Counterattack. Fucking G.I. Joe style. Get his black leotard on and fucking rock and roll. Let's play this part again here so you really let it sink in what he says here. This is what he's going to be doing.
I will be executing some of the people responsible for activating shooters.
He'll be executing some of the people responsible for activating shooters, who he believes are his fucking neighbors. So this dude goes out on his mission, and he's going to help everybody out by doing another fucking shooting. Wow. Wow. He goes to execute the people responsible for turning people into mind control victims, for activating shooters, he says. Right? So who does he go out and get? 82-year-old Clyde Knox, 78-year-old Ava Knox, 41-year-old Sarah Anderson, and a 15-year-old girl who is probably her daughter. This is insanity, and this is what I've been talking about for years. This is what happens when people start to believe this bullshit. If the dude would have just taken a road trip, he would realize that these people have nothing to do with it. Nothing. If I take a radio and put it on 88.7 FM, and I carry that radio 15 miles while listening to it, is the radio signal following me? Fuck no. I'm walking in the field. It is a big difference. And if people would just research and do some experimentation, this guy could have spent his time learning and trying to help other people. It is just madness, and it has to stop. Like, people have to understand what is really going on. And this is why I get so angry about these people that continue to perpetuate this idea that it is the people around them. I've documented this signal at 85,000 feet underwater, underground, everywhere. It is everywhere. And this guy does this. So thanks, Stephen Marlowe, for adding fire to the whole mental health narrative, for giving a good hard blow to Second Amendment rights. Thanks for doing exactly what they wanted you to do. And thanks for taking a sledgehammer to everything else that other people are working for, dude. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. You really helped the cause. This is why I got mad about that Karen interview. This is the reason why I get so mad at this whole narrative that gets pushed over and over still, when it's been proven wrong. This came with the hum. There were different versions of this around before that, but this really came on with the hum. It is all related. RF and ELF weapons have nothing to do with the people around you. This is ridiculous. And now 4 innocent people are dead because of this fucking idiot. And he has hurt everybody's cause. And he has backed up theirs, thinking he's some kind of fucking hero. That's it for now. Look out for Charlie.
I don't like the world now. I mean, before I always knew I was a son of a bitch. But now I'm the only son of a bitch I know. Hey, make way for a real human being. Get out of the way, yeah.
Look out for Charlie.
I want that son of a bitch dead. I want him dead.